I told you I had the biggest dick in all the Legends panel? Nah.
Probably in all of Legends panel.
All those sock stuff down those underwear.
You wish it was a sock.
Mm. I don't wish it was anything because I don't want it.
Allegedly. Why don't be live. Hold on. I'm finna finish this contract up and then I'll be ready for the show.
Because which one of y'all is outside on the corner?
Jamad.
Home away from home, huh?
Clearly Lamont doesn't have a porch. What
No,
we see from the show, he only has a basement, to be honest.
I'm in the basement.
That explains why his reception ain't that good.
Your reception isn't good. Thank you.
My reception is immaculate. Thank you very much. I am right down the street from the Supreme Court.
No. If you say so.
You know what? I love God.
Mm-hmm. I bet you do.
I don't think I can. Can you see my flag? Can you see it?
Yes, we can see your heart.
Making sure it's visible. You all should have been wearing your flags today.
No, thank you.
Hello, I'm trying to move to London.
Why are you trying to move to London?
No tea, no shade. America, you are a fool. I'm just gonna get it out there. For the simple fact that, you know what, I'm gonna save it for the show.
Keep it up. They're gonna put you on that island with Rachel Dolezal.
You know, I hang with my bitch any day.
Can you see me? Do I look okay? Do I look good?
Look like trash as always.
You said I look like Janet.
I was about to say, you look as good as it's gonna get, I feel.
You said I look like Janet? Is that what you said?
No, I said you look like trash. I didn't say you look like royalty. I said you look like trash.
Right.
Okay, girls, play nice, play nice. Look over this contract.
Oh my God! Guess where I'm going to be on the 4th of July?
With Trey getting your back blown out.
No, I didn't say where you were going to be. I said where I'm going to be.
Where you were going to be is with Trey getting your back blown out. Yes.
I am Trade, so technically you're right. But for specific, I'm going to be at 1600 Pennsylvania.
The lies. Lies. Lies.
Yeah,
this from Queen Nefertiti herself.
What did you say? You were a queen like Nefertiti. What did you say?
I said this coming from Queen Nefertiti herself.
No, I heard what you said the first time.
I'm not phased by shit y'all talking about.
Right, he working on running them credit card numbers.
Stuck, Queen. Does this offend you?
No, it's going to offend the credit card bureau.
Gosh. All y'all good for is some.
Meanwhile, he was breaking and entering into somebody's house. He was picking the little lockbox that they leave for the realtors. Y'all better look out for Jamar. He's coming to a Ryan home near you. I love God. You love God. But no, I'm going to be at the White House on the 4th of July.
Oh,
with our president
Oh.
of the United States
Oh.
of America.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm a weirdo, because I don't like clothes,
Of course
and
you don't.
and near 90 degrees means near naked to me. So I don't know. We'll see, because I'm comfortable.
The president is not trying to buy your you know what.
No, I don't know what. At first I was going to be coming to you guys live from in front of the Supreme Court, but it is too loud. You would not be able to hear me.
I can only imagine.
It is like you would have thought they were giving out like I hate Rachel Dolezal t-shirts or something. It is like wow. There's a lot going on over there. I love her. You don't love her? What's wrong with you?
Lamar, I need some jumping jacks.
Huh?
I need you to do some jumping jacks, get a little more energy or something, because I ain't got time for your mess today.
You aren't even on camera yet, so. And you're not on camera yet. When you get on camera, we'll talk about energy. How about that?
He putting that seal in his face. But I feel like on this new Janet album, I think she's gonna have a collaboration with Erica Campbell. Yeah.
No.
I see it.
Well, Erica Campbell isn't a gospel artist, so she could technically do that.
She actually is a gospel artist, but thank you very much. She is. She's one of the top performing gospel artists. Thank you very much.
Where?
In America.
Right.
Where?
Where we love God.
Right. He don't love God.
Where we love trash music, then okay.
Love God. He love Wasabi God. He don't love our God.
You don't know what I love. Thank you very much.
No, no, you don't know what you love.
I know what I love. I don't love trash music. That's what I don't love.
Apparently himself, how he looking with like this little creepy lamp.
Right.
I can turn it off.
What is this interrogation room you giving? I don't understand.
I was trying to have a little bit more light, but okay.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. They don't have enough light. But I can turn it off.
Looks like you in the Legends of the Hidden Temple or something.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to find your relevance, so that's what I'm looking for.
It's right in front of your nose, but that wouldn't surprise me that you haven't spotted it yet, because you wouldn't know relevance.
No, I can't find something that doesn't exist. How about that?
Well, if you can't see farther than your front door, I wouldn't imagine you would know it.
Anyway.
Why don't you switch around so that your face is towards the window, so that can give you better lighting?
Oh,
that'd be too much like right.
I didn't think about that. Oh well, next time. I ain't doing it today.
I mean, it's only elementary.
You know, sitting over there looking like Frankenstein's monster.
Right. He over there in the lost temple looking for the art.
Is that better? It's just darker now, but you know.
No, I like it the way you had it because at least you can see something.
Mhm.
You over there looking for Janet in dark places under rocks.
Janet has been found. Thank you very much.
Found where?
Right, where?
Anyway.
Did they fire her voice?
Y'all just so mad. Why y'all so mad?
I saw a post the other day and it was like, after 30 years in the game, Janet's still whispering.
That's her secret. That's the secret to her longevity.
Ha ha.
You can't
At least
strain.
she found it.
You can't strain what you've never fully used.
Ha
True.
ha.
I bet you she gonna be surprising motherfuckers at this at these
Right,
concerts.
right. She figured this
She
the
been
last.
saving that voice for 30 years.
Yup, yup. She was like, "This the last good decade I got, so I'm gonna give
She
it
gonna
up."
be belting away.
She gonna
Mhm.
you you gonna think it's
Lettuce.
not even lettuce. No, y'all gonna think it's what's her name? Y'all gonna think it's Jennifer Holiday up there.
Anyway,
Jenny gonna be up that joint. I get so lonely. Y'all gonna be like, oh my god, where did that come from? Hmm.
anyway, can we move on? Thank you very much.
we
I mean,
haven't
we
even
having
started.
conversations in a cafe. Isn't that what she wants?
Mm-hmm. No, not your petty shade. That's not what she wants. Mm-hmm.
Let me stop before Perfect Patty come for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Lamont is a constant of trying to be a perfect M&F and Patty. Speaking
Hmm. Hmm.
before we start today's show, I really want to take in consideration like the only hindrance that we have for this show is Lamont. You remember when we first started, Lamont was like, I need everybody to record separate videos, and I need everybody to I don't like the way Google Hangouts look. It was just always something with a Lamont.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on.
My question is, did you ever get my email?
I told you I had got it.
Oh, I don't recall that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was pulling the what's the name on me.
Pulling the who?
Hmm. Who's not here with us anymore on the show?
It's quite a few actually.
You said
It's quite a few actually.
Fabian said he's not gonna record with us.
no, no. Who was forced out of the show,
Nobody was forced out of the show. We are
or
live.
rather, who was shaded out of the show?
Mm-hmm. Yo,
Hmm.
no, that's y'all. I don't have anything to do with that.
We are
Right, right.
live, Harvey. Oh yeah, I look rough today.
Oh, wow. Oh, I was supposed to care. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let me put that cap on. Harvey cares today. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, did y'all get that injunction from that crazy dude that kept tweeting us?
I don't know what you mean by injunction.
He filing a lawsuit against the new idea.
Ooh. He he
Like,
he
And he
is.
but
made
no shade. No
he made
shade. Dude is a super fan. Like he's starting to tweet at us every day.
Oh,
that's crazy.
he's been tweeting me and messaging me and whatnot.
He just sent me a friend request the other day, and it's gonna sit right there.
He sent me a friend request. A friend will. I can't even talk. Hold on.
It's a
He
it's
sent me a friend request
and you accepted it, didn't you?
like a fool. And then he just all in my inbox. I was like, ask Lamont about being on the show. He's the owner and creator.
Mm-hmm.
He kept calling my Facebook. I was
Yep.
like,
Every
Oh, he
Sunday,
called. No, you should
every
have sent him
Sunday
to
he
me.
calls.
Next crazy person, you forward them to me, and I'm gonna fix it so they wish they never had Lycos, let alone DSL, let
I
alone.
mean, I guess at least we got a fan.
Wow.
At least we got a fan, even though he a creep. Like when I tell you he posts in one of these groups where I used to be, because y'all know I deleted my Facebook. He posts in that group every day. FaceTime anybody? FaceTime? I was like, ugh. And then he ain't cute.
That's not a fan at all. That's the type of fan that that Versace had. That's the type of fan that what's the name? The Beatles had. That's no. That's
Not, not,
no.
I
not,
am
No.
so.
That's the type of fan Selena
not.
had. I don't want him. No.
He
No.
just
No.
wants
No.
someone
No.
to talk to, I think. But
Well, that's what therapists, psychiatrists, and shrinks are for.
You need money for that. We come
No, you
off free.
don't. No, you don't. Obama can't cover that.
oh,
Hmm. And he could be collecting a check.
oh.
You're wasting time and energy. You need to be talking to the right people, sir. Call Iyanla. She'll fly you out there.
And I gotta cut all this out.
Hmm. Why?
Yep. Cause y'all being
I
petty.
didn't nobody tell you to hit the live button. You just do stuff on your own.
I record because y'all to get the random stuff that y'all say.
Well, those are the breaks, honey.
These are the brews. I've been feeling
Oh, we can
fine.
let's save to talk about the BET Awards for the night of the BET Awards or the next day because we can't talk about it. It hasn't aired yet.
Right.
I didn't put that under a list of things to talk about.
Well, I put the BET Awards more so to piggyback off of this Janet tribute.
And that's what I'm saying. We can talk about the things leading up to the BT Awards, and if we can post it before, well,
Yeah.
that's a lost cause because it won't get posted.
Hmm.
But we could also, I feel like if that wouldn't take up all of y'all's prepaid minutes for internet, we could do a live
I like that idea.
commentary.
I like
Do-
that
Uh,
idea.
uh, yeah, I
Now,
feel like
who
we
do you think will participate?
everybody will watch it. I mean, everybody in the Legends panel will watch it for sure, and we could be live tweeting while we're on live. And Lamont will just have to drink a Red Bull because he will be staying up editing all 3 hours of that footage.
Hmm.
That's another lost cause.
Don't say that. We're gonna speak positivity into the atmosphere.
Hmm.
It's just been, I mean, okay.
I mean, I, I know it's hard, Jamal, in thinking in retrospect the way you live, but
Who are you talking about? And who are you talking to?
Me,
hmm.
girl.
Oh.
Hmm.
You know he got to take all them pills, so he got to drink something in the day.
Did that improve my lighting a little bit? No, yes, maybe so.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I guess not then. Huh.
I mean, that's pretty much the best it's gonna get.
Well, I can get it better, but do you want me to put the effort into getting it better?
Yes, hell yes. While I'm
Yeah.
already, while I'm busy anyway, trying to send out some, I'm working.
Well, hold on for a second, real quick.
Well,
Rock steady, baby. That's what I feel now. Let's call this song exactly what it is.
It is what it is. What it is.
I don't even like her. Why am I singing her song?
Mm-hmm. Good question.
Oh, I know why. Because I was just watching the Tyler Perry movie. That's why. So there's a rumor that there's a Tina Turner play in the works,
what's the Tina Turner play?
like about her life, but
What?
it's going to be overseas.
What's love got to do with it, the musical?
No. This is totally different. This is like a Rodgers and Hammerstein version of Cinderella versus Cinderella.
I ain't got time for what you talking about.
Because it's something of substance. That's why. I understand. Oh, Shirley Caesar is going to receive her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, I heard that.
That is going to be great. That's going to be the first time ever somebody caught the Holy Ghost on Hollywood Boulevard.
At what time is this performance? At 6 o'clock. Okay, that's right. Marilyn Joy.
Would you got? Yeah, I would say that she definitely is the current queen of gospel.
Who?
Shirley Caesar.
Who?
Shirley Caesar.
Oh, Shirley Caesar. Oh, yeah.
Who you thought I said?
Everybody else is dying.
You thought I said Shirley Murdoch?
I didn't know who you said. I'm like, who?
Everybody else is not dead. You tried it, Jamad. Dorothy Norwood is yet holding on.
Who is that?
You know Dorothy Norwood.
Sing a song.
I can name you like a whole bunch of songs.
Sing a song. Just sing one. Sing that one that was hidden.
Shake, 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 shake the devil off. Oh wait, let me sing it like her. Shake, shake, shake. Shake
That's
the
rude.
devil off.
That's the rule. You need to quit.
Yes,
That's how she sounded. Shake, shake, shake. Oh,
What
man.
time is it? How long have we been in this call?
Shake, shake, shake.
This is 30 unnecessary minutes of filming.
Shake, shake, shake.
You hear me?
In the name of Jesus. She never said Jesus. She says Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
That's how she say Jesus. Jesus.
Like Jay-Z? Like
Yeah. She don't say
Jesus.
Jesus. Say Jesus. Jesus. Oh God. Oh man, what's another one? I think I can think of it. She got a lot though. She was known more so as the greatest storyteller of gospel music. I don't know if that was because she was
I
alive.
think the queen of gospel, of course, would have to go to
Albertina Walker, but she's no longer with us. So the current
Dr.
queen.
Bobby Jones.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Lamont, you make sure you put that in the out. You better
No,
keep that.
because my thing about it is there's no other artist in gospel music that has not met or has graced Dr. Bobby Jones' stage. And also, like, the man can kind of carry a tune in his own way.
Jesus help him, Lord. And not to be the dead horse, but that is exactly why I feel like it is the absolute most dumbest decision to cancel this show. Where are black gospel artists going to be? What platform are they going to have now? Visually.
He got a radio show.
Visually, what platform will we have now? What platform?
Video. They better start making music videos.
Right. Because other than that, they're not going to be seen. Because, I mean, I love TBN and I love Daystar and I love the Word Network, but they're not heavy on the African American gospel artists.
Yeah, they play that dull shit.
Right. They play the contemporary crossover stuff more so than anything near the magnitude of what Bobby Jones was providing. So I don't know.
Well, Harvey, right, BT, see if you can get your own gospel show. You
I've,
already on the
I've,
new
I've
idea.
written BT. I have spoken to those who I personally know who are in production over there. They all say the same thing. Yeah, we agree. This is dumb, but of course they will never publicly speak out against it for fear of losing their jobs. But who knows? Maybe TV One will step up and
Who the
and
fuck watches TV One like that?
you said what?
Or
Who,
Central TV.
what you
You said
say?
what? You said
I said,
who?
who watches TV One like that?
That's why I'm saying this is the perfect opportunity for them to snatch all of those millions of viewers that have nowhere to go on Sunday morning.
I
And
remember when TV One became like really, really important for one day. They had aired the Clark Sister Ensemble. When I tell y'all, them church people was just like, "Do you have TV One? Do you have TV One?" They was running all around looking for a TV One, honey. They thought it was a brand of like a Samsung TV. They thought it was a brand of TV that was going to air the Clark Sisters Ensemble.
wow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write TV One, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna reach out and see if I can host a gospel show on Sundays on TV One. Yeah,
Try to man, I know.
it's gonna be called Hallelujah with Harvey.
That's a fool.
Oh,
That's a whole fool.
no, it's going to be called Church Queen with her. That's what it's going to be called.
Whatever it'll be called, it'll be aired on time.
Anything you want to say, Lamont? Any rebuttals that you have?
No.
Brought him and I know him. Found him to be a friend. Oh, because I know too much about him.
What do you know about me?
Lamont is study fixing this lighting and it ain't getting no better. Let's just go on with the show.
I
I'm
wasn't fixing my
to
lighting.
the Larry Clark Sisters song. That is my favorite.
We are
Clark.
30 minutes. Huh?
I said that's my favorite Clark Sisters song.
Mine too. No, it's not. My favorite Clark Sister song would have to be Jesus Forevermore, that live version they did on Bobby Jones' Gospel Explosion.
Well, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, so I know barely.
Oh, I'm sure it was playing on somebody's TV when you went knocking on them doors.
I was not a Jehovah's Witness. I grew up one, so there was no gospel music played.
But
Time
out.
Never had
Time
a
out.
chance of becoming one of the 144,000.
Anyway.
I don't know, Harvey. I mean, I would say Try Them and I Know Them would be my second favorite, but that's not a Clark Sisters song.
It's not?
No, that's a Kojic Matty Moss
sure
Clark
about
song. Very sure.
Oh. No. Well,
What?
there goes
They
the show.
only
You know what?
recorded it on one. Huh?
I'm more so a fan of them individually than them as the group, personally. Especially after they kicked what's the name out.
Denise.
But my favorite has always been Dorinda.
My favorite Twinkie.
I feel like Dorinda is hands down the sexiest woman in all of gospel music. Yeah.
I think the sexiest would clearly have to go to Erica Twerking for Jesus Campbell.
But put a young Dorinda against a young Erica, yeah.
A young Erica probably would slay a young
Matter
Dorinda.
of fact, if they ever make a Clark Sisters biopic, I want Erica to play Dorinda.
Anyway, moving on. Let's start the show. What are we talking about? We have discussed the topics. What are we talking about first?
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Okay, I think we should start with the Charleston shooter and correlate that into today's funeral of the bishop. When I tell you that funeral was packed boots, I caught some of it. And guess who was in the building?
Who?
I'll save it for the show.
I thought they didn't have the funeral yet for
Clementa is today.
The one for
It's
the
probably, it's probably still on. It's on C-SPAN. It's probably still on right now.
Yeah.
But so we're talking about Charleston. We're talking about the marriage equality, and that's it.
No, we can talk. We say that again. You said what?
Charleston marriage equality. Remember, we only got 15 minutes per episode.
Okay, so we'll have 2 episodes. We'll have episode 5 and 6.
Charleston, American equality.
That's it.
That's it. I feel like we can squeeze another one in there too.
Like.
Did we talk about? We didn't talk about the Janet thing with the lineup for the for her tribute.
I mean, we could talk about it, but I mean, what can you say about it until you actually see it?
What we think is gonna happen, and then piggyback on who was right about what they said was gonna happen, and how what was gonna go, and who was gonna sing what.
Oh Lord! If y'all want to, we'll see. Just be mindful of your shade.
What are we talking about? I don't want to talk about Janet.
Be mindful of your shade.
I don't want to talk about Janet because when I go in on this new single, honey, I don't want the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the single? Because we definitely could talk about.
Harvey, I think you need to reboot your Wi-Fi. You're kind of lagging from time to time.
But he talking about me.
There's nothing wrong. It's not mine.
Maybe it's mine.
Is it lagging on Lamont's?
It's not lagging. It was lagging, but it's not lagging now.
Maybe it's mine. Am I lagging?
No.
That's because you're in a different time zone.
Anyway, come on. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the new idea, formerly known as the new normal, but it got canceled.
Hold on. Because, I really don't,
What now, Lamont? You are the hindrance. You are the stumbling block. You are that mountain that must be moved.
I want to make sure I have, stuff to talk about when we
Oh, we can also talk about the thing I was just at the Afram Festival in Baltimore and
the who?
The Afram Festival in Baltimore, the African American Festival in Baltimore.
Oh.
The thing with Stephanie Mills singing Bruno Mars, "Don't Believe Me, Just Watch."
I did not enjoy that performance. I'm just gonna say it.
We can talk about that.
I was more wild than anything. I was like, why is Stephanie singing tenor like this? Don't believe me, just watch. Come on.
Well, one thing, it was very hot that day. It was very, very hot.
She did not mind shaking that cooter. I'm just gonna say it.
Not at all. She came out twerking.
Oh wow.
She came out twerking.
But we can talk about that though.
She had to been on that Patron.
She was drinking nothing but ice water.
Silver Patron.
And she gave a whole 45-minute set.
Well, you're not supposed to drink ice water or cold beverage when
they kept bringing out that cold, it was like that. It was in bottles, but it was freezing cold. And I kept thinking that, like, why do they keep bringing her this cold water? But she was downing them.
Mm-mm.
That's why she's singing tenor. Her vocals were shot.
Don't give her too much because she killed home.
I wish you would have recorded that.
I did, and I'm going to post it. She sounds exactly the same. When I think of home, I think of a place where. She sounds exactly the same.
And that's what I love about her.
I have a topic for our but I already know what both of you gonna say. But I have a topic for our stand your ground for the after show. If when we talk about the what is it called, Amfram?
We
The Afram Festival,
barely,
yeah.
we barely can get a.
Shut up, Jamal. What is the topic? What is the topic? What is the topic?
Uh, I want to talk about Stephanie Mills versus Diana for home.
Mm. Diana who? Princess Diana?
You do it too much. You do it too much.
Oh, okay. Because there's really what? I mean, okay.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Too much.
Did you see the Tamala Man video I posted? She killed, man. Tamala Man killed
No, I didn't see it. Where?
at the Afron Festival. She was on Sunday.
Oh.
When I say kill, every note was crisp, tone was there, pitch was 100. Eric, she killed, like killed.
All right now. All right, Tamala.
She really killed.
An hour of nothing.
I'm holding out, although I know she would never ever do it in a million years. I want her to cover Whitney Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
What?
I feel like she would demolish that song. Do you hear me? Demolish. She would demolish. Same key, everything. She would demolish that song.
What in the world?
And she would put that trademark Cora growl on it from the Tyler Perry production. She would kill it.
Oh my God.
She would. I could hear. Huh?
Start the show.
She would. She'd be
I
like,
heard.
I want to dance with somebody. She would kill it. She would.
Just stop.
Can we start the
laughing
show?
because you can hear it a little bit.
No, Erica Campbell should cover it because since she's not a gospel artist, she can cover it. How about that?
This is why you don't have no blessings, Lamont, because you keep putting your mouth on the woman of God.
She's not a woman of God, and she already proved that.
Like Patty said, you blocking your blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Can we start the show? Am I lagging? Am I lagging?
No.
Can we start the show?
Your tongue after licking on trade.
Show.
I am trade, therefore I guess I'm doing it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Trey can lick Trey. Can we start the show?
But Harvey isn't trade though.
Can we start the show?
Don't you have a prescription for glasses? Yeah, right, exactly.
I know trade when I see it, and you aren't it.
Are you ready?
We all on trade. Okay, can we start the show?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Cause after I sip this,
What?
You'll know.
After you sip what?
You'll know. You gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys ready? I need my Beyonce fan to blow my hair. I'll do my.
Start the damn show, please.
There must be some gin in that juice.
Yes.
There's none at all. Harvey saved. He don't drink. At any rate.
Except when he's
and we're back.
trade.
Once, see, I'm trying to start the show, but I'm getting feedback.
Except when he's drinking trade.
I'll wait.
I'm ready.
Jamal can't be ready because he like opening paper and putting stuff all in his mouth.
Start the damn show.
And cue the lights. Cue the music. And it's time for Wendy Williams. No,
Yeah.
and the door's open. Shoom. How you doing?
No.
Come on, everybody. Say it with me. How you doing? I'm doing great. It's time to start Hot Topics. Let me go run over. Let me sit down. Woo.
Now your screen is lagging. For me, it is anyway.
Who's mine?
Yes.
Is it still lagging? It's still
Yeah.
lagging.
Yes.
Still
Now
lagging.
it's not lagging now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay, you ready?
it's not lagging now, but the quality of the picture isn't what it normally is.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me fix something. Let me wipe my screen.
Oh.
Is that better?
Just start the damn show. It'll get itself together.
Is it better, Lamont?
No.
No, it's still lagging.
How long we been on this call?
I have
50 minutes of nothing. Lamont, don't even pay attention to this first hour.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, my home screen is everything. Yes, it is.
Bye, Felicia.
The king of pop. Yes, it is.
Bye, Felicia.
And then my lock screen is Janet. Yay!
You're obsessed with that family.
My two favorite entertainers. And you a deal. Thank you very much.
We just can't come to work and just do it.
How about now?
It's better now. Hold
You
on.
didn't even look.
It's okay.
It's still lagging.
I did look. It's okay. It's like, oh, it's lagging again. No, it's not.
How would you know if he's not talking, sweetie?
Because I can tell by his movement. Thank
How
you
do you
very
know
much.
if he didn't just move like 5 minutes ago and it's just can't?
'Cause
Lamont, what's wrong with you today?
I can tell that he's moved. You can
Start the
tell
show.
something is
Start the show.
something's
Start the
not.
show.
Thank you, brother.
Start the show.
Why he so mad though?
Because he flowing heavy today. He didn't get the memo to have a happy period always.
Start the show.
Y'all guys are ready? In 3, 2, 1. It's time for Wendy Williams.
No, it's not.
How you doing?
Do anybody feel like Harvey does slightly resemble a female Wendy Williams?
Try it. No more than you resemble a female Miss Seeley.
That's proof that Wendy Williams is really trans.
Lamont, no matter how hard you hate on Wendy Williams, she's killing you in this game of life. I'm just gonna say it.
Who's hating on Wendy Williams? I'm just speaking the truth.
You've been hating on her since she been talking about Janet.
I
This
haven't
is
been hating on her.
this is true.
Have we not shaded? Have you been watching LP and seen the fact that we shaded her? That we've been shading her continuously? Oh,
Cause
thank you.
And
cause
and
you're
and and,
jealous.
and, and which character has led the shading of her? Oh, right.
Who?
Hmm.
Who?
Janet.
No,
Janet.
no,
Any
Janet.
voice that Lamont voices, like any one of them that Lamont does the voice for.
no. It's usually Whitney, which is played by Fabian. Thank you very much.
You and
Script
Oh,
Fabian are one and the same. Can we start the show?
and
script written by script written by Lamont.
no, script written by Lamont and Fabian.
Start the show.
Thank you. And Fabian and Aaliyah read Whitney too, and Aaliyah's not even it's not voiced by Lamont or Fabian. Thank you very much. Oh.
The show.
Mm-mm. You see
Mhm.
that chest? That you see that chest will puff up in the name of Janet.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh, you didn't see her. You didn't see Harvey. My home screen and wait for it. My lock screen.
We're in
Rep-
show and tell right now, and
Representing.
a 4-year-old Lamont is showing everyone
Oh,
the
oh, how
line
nice. Oh,
on his
that's
Firefly.
beautiful. Oh
Well,
wow.
I like my home screen and I'm sharing it. Thank you very much.
Mm,
Why?
look at
Because I
there.
wanted to. Are you?
Neither of us care, and you know neither one of us care.
Oh well, then deal with it. Then I'm still showing it. How about that?
Wow, that's nice.
We're not
Mm,
friends like that.
look
Oh,
at that.
I don't care. I don't care. See, look.
We see it.
That-
Okay, start the
Yeah.
show.
but I like that home screen because of because where the idea came from.
Oh, so I'm copying you. Is that what you're saying?
Mm.
Is that what you're
I mean,
saying?
you're copying me. You're copying me, and Janet is copying. I mean, I'm sorry, she's inspired by Tina. I mean, but we don't because she stated so in that Rolling Stone article. But anyway, we can start the show. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back yet again for another fun-filled, exciting, fantabulous, super dope-tastic episode of what's the name of the show? The New Idea. I'm coming back to you again as your amazing uh, host or what lead discussion person, moderator, whatever you want to call it, at Sir Harvey Fitz. And joining us today are our regular panelists. Go ahead and state your names.
Hi, I'm Lamont.
Um, Before I introduce myself, I'm not a regular panelist. Lamont is, but I'm an extraordinary panelist. Jamad Kelly at Jamad Kelly
Who can
from
be
the
replaced at any time?
from the House of Kelly, the unreplaceable House of Kelly.
The flop house of Kelly. How about that?
Your
Yeah.
mama.
For the record, the House of Kelly has gained its unreplaceable status due to the fact that it has been purchased by land grants from the state government. So while it is unreplaceable, it is not in fact owned by Jamad or any other Kelly for that matter.
Historical. When you're in the history books, honey.
You're in the
Or
history.
or when there's oil running underneath your foundation, which is the true purpose of why it has any value.
Or yes, you are in the history books, just like you and Harvey are in the history books because you're both old.
Or I
Um,
would rather be in the history books for being old than being in the history books for rivaling the thought Ray had.
my thing about it is if Lamont would read that history book, he'll learn how to throw shade just a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
Just
That's
a
how
tinge. Just a
just
tinge.
think.
Just a tinge. Just a tinge. He can't help it. It's hereditary. Mediocre shade runs in his family.
Meanwhile, the Legends panel, the Kings of Shade. Thank you very much. But
Written by Fabian. By Fabian.
anyway,
Right.
That Harvey also stars on, and that you, Jamal, want to place on. So how about that? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, oh, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, can't even sip. Oh, wow.
Well, one, you can't sip because nothing's in that cup, and two, there is no tea for anybody, honey. If Jamad wanted to in on that show, I would be in on that show.
Mm.
But who would you have to ask?
Speaking of a show that no one really gets to ever see, this episode that's supposed to be coming may air next year, so I still have time to get on there.
At any rate, moving on to today's topics of discussion. The first one that we're going to talk about is more so on the serious side than anything else. Specifically dealing with the Charleston tragedy via terrorism, which mainstream news is not so eager to call it, even though that is exactly what it is, terrorism. Uh, Today is the funeral of what is his name? I can't remember the pastor. What was his name?
I thought it was a woman.
No,
It's a man.
it's two. It's probably two of them today, or probably more than one today. They're holding more.
Clementa.
Hold on. Is Pickney.
Clementa.
Clementa Pickney. Yeah,
Is that the woman or the guy? That's the guy though.
that's the guy.
Yeah, because Obama's there right now.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes, like Obama is there. Like this is like it's not even in the church. It's in their convention hall.
Arena.
Yeah, it's in an arena. So yeah, start over. Today we're talking about something very serious. Specifically the Charleston tragedy via terrorism, although that's not what mainstream media is calling it. It very much was an act of terrorism. Specifically today being the homegoing celebration of Pastor Clemente, for which our president, Barack Obama, is attending. So large is the congregation for it that it has to be moved to an arena. There's about 5,400 people there. What do you got? Somebody talk about it because I have a layer. It's like, yeah, but somebody start off talking about it.
I want to start by saying Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, I saw that you're at the funeral. Good move, girl. Good move. When I say they said Hillary Clinton's in the building, all the people went up and rejoiced like Jesus had came in. Good move, Hillary.
Well,
Jesus.
well, speaking of Hillary, and we'll get back to the topic of Charleston in a moment, but she was like miles away from where the Ferguson I can't talk. She was miles away from the Ferguson situation or where Ferguson happened or whatever, and she was in a church basically saying all lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter, and I took offense to that because if you know anything about the All Lives Matter hashtag, it was basically created by people that wanted to distract from the Black Lives movement. Black Lives movement. So I'm just like, I don't know why you would say that why you would say all lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter, or just not say anything at all if you're so worried about offending some people. That's just how.
Is that the direct quote? Maybe she said, just like Black lives, all lives matter, and albums matter too.
No, I don't have the direct quote, but I know that she did say all lives matter, and I just took offense to that because that's just not what the movement is about, and and of course it's not about Black lives mattering more than other lives or whatnot. It's just that
Some of y'all just take offense to anything because I'm just like, you mad because Rachel Dolezal was at the Black Lives Matter movement, and now you're mad because Hillary said all lives matter. There's no pleasing some people.
We're not mad about her
She
being
was there
Black
though.
Lives
The fact that she was there in support, the fact that she just changed up a word is the problem.
People were mad about her lying, but anyway, go back to Charleston.
There's a so I believe it was just yesterday. One of my actually one of my favorite comedians. He's definitely my top five favorite, as well as one of my favorite political figures.
Who?
Dick Gregory. He was on Roland Martin's show on TV One, News One Now, and he rolled some very good questions that I really want to know the answer to too, because this was definitely, and I feel the same way he does concerning. This was definitely not this wasn't random. I absolutely feel like there's a conspiracy behind this. I feel like this young man did not just throw a dart at the wall, hit a random church, and decided I'm going to go here on a Wednesday night. This is a very uneducated male
Mm.
who doesn't have his diploma, but yet he knew to come to this church specifically when they were having Bible study on a Wednesday night, miles away from his hometown, on the last day of the Juneteenth anniversary, to specifically target a small congregation of which a member of Congress was there. Like this was not somebody helped. Somebody was behind the scenes pulling on his puppet strings behind this. And I feel like if they do the proper digging, they will get to a bigger picture. Because all of this,
They would never do the proper digging. At the end of the day, it's some powerful white man that we've heard about all our lives that has been setting all these things in place. Maybe he did it to make us a little distracted from Rachel Dolezal. Maybe he did it to they said Obama starting a new war against the is. I don't know what they were trying to distract us from. But they want
absolutely.
us distracted from something. And
I
now they're throwing up the Supreme Court had to do it by this week to distract us from something else. So only God knows what's going on.
I absolutely agree. I think what it all boils down to is population control. These are all tactics being used in the efforts to control our population.
Since the minority has become the majority.
Right. It's like they're making us cattle, essentially.
Well,
But
I don't know if necessarily it was a conspiracy. I just think that he had a target and he wanted to make the biggest quote unquote statement that he possibly could. And
You think it's all based on racism?
of course, it's based on racism. He said he wanted to start a race war, and they also say that when he got to the church, he kept asking for the congressman. So he had a target, and he had.
right. But see, and then on top of that, though, that church had cameras all over. Ironically, at this particular moment, the cameras weren't where they always were, or they weren't filming how they always were at that moment. It's a whole lot going on behind this that hasn't been reported on, or has not fully come to light yet. But this definitely was a conspiracy. This man was not working by himself. I don't believe.
Side note.
He was a part of a what white supremacist organization, wasn't he?
Would not surprise me at all.
So I
When
mean,
he
I think I don't know, I don't necessarily agree with the conspiracy, but I do believe that he had a plan in mind, and he had a plan in mind and a target in mind, and he went for his target and his plan basically.
Right.
As far as white supremacy goes, which I don't know why racism, I don't know, somewhere between mid 2000s when the gays popped up, it was just like, oh, gays are here. Let's just talk about gays. Racism doesn't exist anymore. So it's just like now it's coming back full phased that racism is a very, very big situation. Well, since, smartphones and everything else has come about, social media, racism is a very, very big situation. People are still raising their children like this. They're still not teaching
Absolutely.
the right histories in school. They're still trying to hold, blacks back to make them feel
I
worthless. To where we have our black young people, we don't have dignified blacks anymore. We have young black people twerking on cars for likes, and this is what they want to show all day on social media.
Well, I think that it's more so about, in my opinion, the racial tension has built again ever since Obama got into office, because it upset certain people, and that just built the racial tension. And
Certain people not smart enough to know how to vote.
what is not was not that, but he got into office, and it it builds the racial tension because you have conservatives basically race baiting and perpetuating certain things that I want to say set certain things into motion, like uh how do I put it, like you know what I'm trying to say though.
Hell
I
no.
what you're saying because, but at the end of the day, I mean, you can have your opinion about certain things all day long, but at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. And the fact remains that between Obama's and Clinton's administration, unemployment has been at an all-time low. So, I mean, I mean,
It's just it's like I said, it's just it's a certain atmosphere that's been created by individuals that's basically race baiting is what they're doing,
right,
and so
right.
like so it's just a certain
And
atmosphere that's been
but
created.
I also agree with what Jamar said about. I think the advancement of modern technology has definitely aided in the race issue being brought to the forefront. Because I mean, I don't know about you two, but even as a child growing up, it was always understood in my home, or it was always taught to me that, for instance, the Confederate flag, that was a symbol of racism. Like that always understood to me.
Yeah,
If you're at the park, if you're walking home from the park and you see a truck with that flag on it, go the opposite way because more than likely it's a racist in there and they might do some harm to you.
yeah,
So with that said, with the advancement of modern technology, especially social media and things of that nature, it has been brought to the forefront so much so that it can no longer be swept under the rug or a blind eye can't be turned to it anymore, which is why we're faced with this issue of do we do, and kudos to Walmart for deciding to no longer sell the Confederate flags. But my thing about that is for those individuals, and this is just my own personal thing. Don't don't hop up and fuss and cuss about how you want that flag done away with, but yet you still running around using the N word as a term of endearment. That's such an oxymoron to me. That's just how I personally feel about it.
well, I mean, I agree. I agree with that to an extent, but you also have to understand the context and the history of it at the same time. Like the N word, it's not us. It wasn't us or black people, I should say. It wasn't black people that created the N word. It was something that was said.
Right, but at the same time, it wasn't black people that created that Confederate flag either.
But what I'm trying to say is it wasn't us that created the word. So it was us taking ownership of it and trying to take the power away from it. So
Okay,
and now it's ingrained and now it's ingrained into our cultures. And yes, it probably does need to go away,
right.
but you have to understand how we got to this place. You know what
I
I'm
get that. I absolutely get that. But here's my thing with that whole taking the power away, transforming it into something else notion. This right here, this is a plastic cup.
An
I can
empty
take this
plastic
plastic
cup
cup.
that just had
I
gin
can
and juice
take this
in it.
I can take this plastic cup to the recycling plant and they will break it down and they will make something else out of it. Plastic. They will not take this plastic cup and make me a tablecloth out of it. Why? Because you can't know. You can't, certain things just can't be completely transformed into something else.
but
That's how
but what
there's
I'm
no term of endearment with that. Like that's
I mean, I don't say it myself, but what I'm trying to say is that the conversation about that word is usually had about the fact that it's said in rap music and whatnot, or black people say it, so why can't I say it? But you're not understanding how it got how it came to be a word used in our culture as a term of endearment. You're not approaching the conversation from the sense of, okay, this word was said, they took ownership of it and transformed it into something else.
I get that, but that's bogus to me.
But
Me personally, because y'all are just gonna debate on this all day. I mean, I just left a comedy show, the Black and Brown Comedy Get Down, where all comedians use the word nigger. And yes, I said it right. Haha, nigger. So for some odd reason, they came together for Richard Pryor. Like they said, all of us knew Richard Pryor. We all knew him personally. So we all said, hey, let's kind of put together a comedy show based on that with comedians that knew Richard Pryor. In the end of Richard Pryor's life, he went to Africa. And when he went to Africa, he said personally, he went there and he saw that there were no niggers anywhere, none. And he came back to America and said he would never use the N-word ever again. And he instilled that in his mind. It's just like, if we as a black people, which I am now agreeing with Harvey, we can understand that there are no niggers, maybe, just maybe, some things can go a little bit better.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that. But I'm just saying you have to understand the context of how it came to be a word that was used in our culture.
I really don't feel like somebody made the decision one day and said, you know what, we taking nigger back. Who the fuck wants it? You know what I'm saying?
No, it was. I mean that actually that was the consensus. That's basically how we
I would
came.
love to know who was included in this meeting. Like, who signed that declaration?
I mean, wasn't it more so? But I mean, I'm not well versed on the situation. But wasn't it something like the Black Panthers taking ownership of it or something of that nature? Or
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Remember a few years
but
ago.
But it was basically us taking ownership and the power away from it. So I mean I'm not saying that we should still say it or whatnot. I'm just saying that you have to understand the context of how it came to be a word that was used in our culture.
If I was in that meeting, I would have said, you know what, let's not take ownership. Since we're saying black people since we're saying the whites can't say it, let's just do away with the word. How about?
But I mean, but at that time, but see, the reason it was taken away is because at that time it was still being used. I mean, we were still called colored people at that time. So
we're still called colored people now.
We're still being called colored people now. Hello, NAACP. Okay.
Well, the NAACP was established in like the 1910s, 1920s. But my point is that the reason that it was taken away, the reason that we took it and took the power away from it was because it was being said. So,
but in somewhere in between acquiring that land, which was a dismal swamp, somebody tried to take and build a Disneyland on top of it. No.
Well, I'm not. Again, I'm not saying we should still say it. I'm not saying we should still say it. I'm just saying you have to understand the context. You can't say your argument can't be, well, you said why can't I say it, or it's said in rap music, so why can't I say it? That's just not how you approach the conversation of why we should do away with the word. I mean, that's just.
But moving on.
No, wait. Before we move on, since we brought up the N-word, what about the podcast where Obama used the N-word and it became such an outrage because people wanted to focus on the fact that he used the word and not what he was trying to say?
That was very sensationalized.
Clearly, that's just a media tactic.
Right, that was absolutely a media tactic.
I don't even think that needs to even be discussed. That was a media tactic. It was a poor choice of the media, and that's just how the media does. It's like, you know what? It's not that. It's like, let's not mention the fact that Obama's talking about, racism goes beyond the N-word. Let's talk about the fact that Obama used the N-word.
Exactly.
That was actually the definition of reaching. That's what that was. That was reaching.
Yeah.
Reaching. But in other news,
my thing about it is when it comes to racism in America, can we talk about this alleged fact that they have raised $4 million for a terrorist, a racial terrorist? They supposedly raised $4 million, and the fact that I've seen that he got bail, but we have who was it? That one black boy who stepped on an American flag. He did not receive bail at all in Baltimore, but this young man received bail, in an easy acquirable bail.
Well, you talking about the black young man that burnt the regular flag? Is that what you talking about?
I think it's the one who was just seen jumping up and down on the flag or burned it, whichever.
Because there was one video where I saw where it was two guys literally burning a regular flag, and I'm like, you genius! That's not even a Confederate flag. That's a regular flag. well, even in the case of jumping up and down on the flag, so what you're going to do is commit a crime to show your outrage for another crime, and that's supposed to make it better. I don't like this just doesn't. Not even necessarily going so far as to commit a crime, but even going back to the Baltimore riots, like if it ever gets to the point where you have to quote unquote break the law, make sure you're targeting the proper, like get the right target. Like I don't understand. Jump up and down on the person who let him out. Don't jump up and down on the regular flag. That doesn't make sense. If you're gonna
Good.
if you're gonna commit a
Good.
crime, commit the right crime. Like, come on, like be smart about it.
Now that Harvey's stopping off his soapbox, the fact that those people in Baltimore could not receive bail, but a man who shot a church could receive bail, I think that's like maybe the black people were a flight risk, and not this man with $4 million is a flight risk.
Well, I just well, I mean, I saw the story myself, but I've been heard that that's not necessarily the truth. So I don't know. I know his bail was set at 1 million, and that was set because the judge said he didn't have the power or whatnot to actually set a bail for the killings or whatnot. So, but he set a bail for the fact
and then on top of that, everybody, like I want to say the vast majority of the population of the United States knows about this Charleston situation. I didn't even know about what you were talking about with the jumping up and down on the flag. So I mean, the fact that they got more so exposure, that for one is probably what aided and abetted in the millions of dollars being raised, because whether you are for it or against it, you saw that. I couldn't tell you what video you were talking about in terms of jumping. Like I said, all I saw was one where two guys were setting a flag on fire, but even then I didn't even know he went to jail for it. So,
well, I mean, well, my opinion of that will ruffle some feathers, but I feel that was more so an outcry or reaction to what's going on. When you can't get justice, that's how you react. And I mean, if you feel in your own country that you can't get justice, I mean, it was a major step or whatever to burn the flag, to burn the American flag. But if you feel you can't get justice in your own country, and it's solely because of your skin color, it's going to make you act out.
right, okay, I get that. Act out, kick, scream, and stomp, but kick, scream, and stomp at the right thing. Same thing
Well,
with.
I mean, but that's how they felt. But that's how they felt, though. They felt
Right,
that,
like I said, I get that, but target it towards the right thing. Same thing with
that is targeted, but to them that is targeted to the right thing, because that the flag symbolizes America, and right now the American, that's the whole point of the Black Lives Matter movement. Is
right. So
is
at the same token,
that the judicial system is not, we don't
right,
matter in the judicial system.
thank you. You just answered my point. So I'm
But
pissed off with.
that is the point, though.
Listen to me. So I'm pissed off with the judicial system. I feel like it is against me as a person. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stomp up and down on the flag. I'm gonna burn down the DTLR. I'm gonna burn down the CBS instead of burning down the judicial system.
Well,
Burn down City Hall if you're gonna burn something down. I don't understand. Don't burn the flag. Burn the building. Burn the records and the files.
I'll cover the other aspects of that in a minute. But as far as the flag is the most sacred thing. It's like you cannot you burn the flag or you.
Lamont, Harvey understands. Harvey understands.
Let me finish. If you burn down the flag, or you what's the word? I can't think of the word, but anyway, if you burn the flag or whatever,
you committed treason against your nation.
Exactly. So that is the point of burning the flag. The flag to rebel against what it symbolizes, because it doesn't matter. We don't matter to the system.
Right. And then also I'm thinking maybe they did it as a come up, because they took you off the streets of Baltimore and put you in jail where you're guaranteed 3 square meals and a cot. They probably didn't even have that living where they lived in Baltimore.
No.
That's very insensitive, Harvey.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
such is the world we live in. Moving on to other news.
I mean, we're still talking about the Charleston shooting.
So we're gonna spend all 15 minutes on the Charleston shooting. Okay, what else can we talk about the Charleston shooting? Let's see.
I mean, it's just the fact that we live in an America where a man can shoot up a church and still get support. Like,
Well, yeah, and when it first happened and whatnot, this is before he even got captured. What it was actually just after he got captured, and you had certain people saying that it wasn't about race and all this other type of stuff, like just people in denial.
and then they were trying to say he was an atheist. That's why he did it.
Exactly, or as Fox News put it, it was an attack on Christianity. Girl, bye.
Right.
He did that because of race. Thank you.
Hello. And it was just like, there's like, if it was about race, why didn't he go shoot up a basketball court? Why didn't he go shoot up a club? Because they would have shot back at a basketball court. They would have shot back at a club. He took a good chance for survival to kill a black councilman. I'm like, Fox News, all you other media news outlets, y'all are foolish. Y'all are on some bullshit. And I'm over it. I'm moving to London, and I'm going to be the nanny of Adele's baby. That's my goal in life. Fuck this.
Wow.
I want to move to an island.
I don't know. I'm gonna move to London and hang with one. I'm gonna see if Rachel Dolezal want to go, and it's gonna be me, Rachel, and we're gonna hang with what's her name, Monica Lewinsky. You know, it's just gonna be the three of us kicking it in the UK.
One, Rachel can't go because it's against the law to have more than one passport. So, I don't know.
She doesn't have to get another passport. She just has to update the picture on it.
Unless you gonna smuggle her in one of them designer purses that Monica Lewinsky came out with that time. I don't know how that's gonna work. I really don't know.
But moving on. Lamont, Lamont, send out a message from the new idea to the families of the Charleston shooting.
Oh, y'all can do that.
You're the creator and the owner.
Y'all can do that.
You're the creator and the owner.
Add it to the end of the show.
And y'all are the employees. Y'all can do it.
Moving right along. Other news. Moments ago, history has been made. Not 15 minutes away from my front door, actually, over at the Supreme Court of these United States, the highest court in all the land. They have just deemed same-sex marriage legal nationwide. This ultimately means that
me and Harvey can get married.
This ultimately means that Jamad and Lamont have no excuse as to why they can't find a man to marry them, other than one won't keep them. So, other than that, how do you guys feel about this? Like, what are your feelings about this?
I am glad. I beat you, Lamont. I always do, because you know you can barely talk. I am glad that one, they decided to do it during Pride Month, so we have a lot to celebrate during this month as LGBT from years over to come, besides just Stonewall. And I'm also glad that, I don't know, I mean, me personally, I will never get married. I don't want to be tied down to anybody like that with a full contractual agreement. But
that would go against your thought, creed, or conduct, wouldn't it?
Exactly. And I'm just glad that, all my friends, Lamont and my good home girl, you know who I'm talking about. I hope you're watching. Y'all can get married legally. And
I am very curious to see how this is going to play out in terms of separation of church and state. I can see the lawsuits coming from a mile away, because you already know, like, especially with the black church.
I can't wait to see all the videos from this Sunday sermon.
between Judge Judy and Judge Mathis and the divorce court judge, their dockets are going to be so full. They are going to be so
Especially
full.
divorce court, because I feel like since we can get married now, we're gonna have
This is
every
going
like
to
we're not gonna have them couples that's been together for like 5 years. We're gonna have them gays that's been together for 3 months, running down to the courthouse, getting married and getting divorced in like another three
and
months. Like
listen.
like you know what? I'm finna get my minister's license so I can get that coin, and I'm finna become a gay. I'm finna become a gay wedding planner.
This is going to triple the divorce rate. You hear me? Triple it, quadruple it, even. This might set the divorce rate at 99.99999%.
Well, that is one way to look at it, but I think it's going to have a long-term impact on the gay community because we could never be together in long-term relationships, not legally. So it's going to change the overall community, I think.
My thing about it is, we've had the HRC fighting for this for a long time. They're finna get bored. They're finna disband. I'm like, maybe the HRC can start, posting Black Lives Matter instead of equality for all.
So then my question will it still be deemed bigamy if you're married to a man and a woman?
What?
Is
What?
That's
that still bigamy?
that's kind of a good question.
And then what if you're Rachel Jones out? Because then you could be married to 4 different people at one time.
What?
The blacks and the whites. So if you got a black man and you have a black wife and a white wife and a white husband and you're Rachel Dolezal, does that cancel each other out, or what do you I don't how does that work?
What the hell are you talking
No,
about?
I don't
I don't
think
know.
there's
I mean,
any laws that say there's laws that say you can't have more than one wife or more than one husband, but are there laws that say you can't have a same-sex marriage and an opposite-sex
there
marriage?
aren't. There's no precedent. So this is going to be very interesting to watch unfold over the next coming decade or so. And then the question remains: what about those who could not get married in their states but had to settle on civil unions? Do those civil unions transition into acknowledged marriages, or
They
do they
probably would have to go back and like
and
get
get
a
married
full
all over
marriage.
again? That's not fair,
Yeah.
especially if you've been in a civil union for like 10 plus years. I think you should be able to transition that into an actual marriage. But
I
like
think
I
But
said,
I,
there's no law set on. There's nothing on this. So this is going to be very
one day at a time, one day at a time, I guess. HRC, you still got more work. My bad.
interesting.
Did you see that there was a black pastor that said something about there's going to be some type of response if gay marriage is approved or whatever, marriage equality is
Oh
approved.
wait, who was that
that
man that said who said that he would set himself on fire if gays had the right to marry?
was,
Ooh,
was I
let's
think was that Eddie Long? Was the Bishop Eddie
let's
Long?
get let's get ready for the barbecue. That's all I can say.
Was it Bishop? I think was it Bishop Eddie Long? I don't know. Somebody comment and let us know which pastor that was.
I think it was a white pastor that said it though.
Oh, it was Rachel Dolezal.
No, there was a black pastor that said that there was going to be some type of response if gay marriage was approved or.
Yes, you know what the response is? There's going to be a nationwide Daniel fast called amongst the black churches of America. That's what's going to happen. Y'all going to have to turn them plates down. Y'all going to have to get on your face, and you have to seek God for the sanctification and purification of our nation that is going to hell in a handbasket.
I'm
Mm.
sure it's probably going to be like a campaign shooting up probably tomorrow or the end of today. The not Adam and Steve campaign. So let's get rid of.
But
I mean,
like I know for sure that there are going to be a lot of black pastors in court being sued by people because they refuse to conduct their same-sex marriage or allow it in their churches. But there's loopholes around that. Just send them an invoice for $2 million and then it'll just go away. Don't try to make all these grand old statements and stuff going on national TV and doing all that extra stuff. Just send them a bill, an astronomical bill, and then let
you
them
can
go
be sued
somewhere.
for that. You can be sued for overcharging.
You what?
You can be sued for overcharging.
How did you change your policy?
Okay, well, then nobody will be getting married at that church.
That's fine.
Well, I don't want to get married in a church that won't have me there anyway, so it don't really matter to
Right.
me.
But then
Some people do. Some
you
people
have
do.
right, and then you have, just like you have radicals and extremists on one side, you have them on the other side. You have those same-sex couples who will, in the name of proving a point, go out of their way to find a church that knowingly doesn't support it, to make them do it anyway, just to bring more attention to their relationship and bring more awareness to it. But even that's just unnecessary. Just go where you're welcome, go where you're accepted. I feel like in that case, I mean, that could possibly be deemed as being passive or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to celebrate your love, why would you even want to celebrate it somewhere where you know it's not even accepted? Like that's
You
kind
know, the gays love high drama. They do. Like, we should get into it on the show. We'll get a lot more views. Fuck you, Lamont.
of
Fuck you, fuck your likes, fuck your dislikes. I'm sick of you, Lestant.
Anyway,
But I mean, how do you feel? You've been in a relationship.
anyway,
You've been in a relationship for a couple years. How does this make you feel, Lestant?
only relationship I've been in is with Jesus. Jesus and Jesus
I
alone.
was
Don't know.
talking about Lestant.
Oh, I was about to say, because there ain't no ring on this joint right here.
I'm sure you're trying to let all the trade know, but we're talking about
On the
Lestant.
trade, therefore, continue, Lamont.
yes, Harvey is still available trade.
Lamont, how do you feel? Come on now.
I mean, I
You
don't
wanna? You should propose to your boo today on the new idea.
And
know.
post it on the Legends Panel page.
No.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Do that.
I was really hoping on him to be on this episode. I wanted Lamont's boo to be on this episode just so I could ask them both, put them both on the spot. That bitch knew what I was up to.
They're currently going through a conscious uncoupling, so it was
Oh.
probably best that he
Oh.
not. They're currently dividing liquidable assets.
Oh.
The new idea is somewhere caught in the midst of it. So we may be back with you on another episode. We might not. It depends on how litigation goes.
Mm-hmm. Some people just like to keep things private, so that's
That's
just how
good.
it is.
I'm really, well, fuck you. I'm really happy that after a long time coming, because we've been at this legal battle for years, I'm so glad that the Supreme Court just went on and just did the right thing.
Right. Now the next major issue I want them to rule on is making black people just regular people. That would be awesome, Supreme Court, if you could just
Well,
deem us.
you know what? Black people don't want that though. Black people don't want that. When Raven Simone said she's an American, that caused a lot of issue.
That wasn't the issue. It wasn't the
So
issue for wanting to be treated like a regular person. It was more involved in that.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole 45-minute segment that, yeah. I will say this, it got her on that show permanently.
Exactly. Jamad is the Raven Simone of this show.
And I'm okay with that.
No, Jamad is the Uncle Tom of this show.
Your mama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uncle Tom, Uncle Tom. Jamad belongs on the cover of pancake boxes and syrup bottles with a do-rag on his head.
You know what? I am a realist, and I guess y'all are phased by that. And you know what? And I'm okay with that.
Are you a realist or are you a fascist?
If I'm okay with that, because you know what? Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing.
Or is it that you can't hear or comprehend what you're listening to?
I bees in the trap. Y'all can find me.
That's the problem. You are ensnared in the trap. The enemy has you bound.
Moving on.
Chains are the chains you can't see.
Moving on.
Mm-mm. I believe that concludes this episode of The New Idea. Please feel free to comment your opinions on anything that you have seen and or heard here. But do keep in mind that any negative comments towards me, myself, and I don't care. But feel free to post them anyway. I mean, I won't be reading them, but and you're more than likely to be blocked like Cheryl Lynn. But please, we value your input. This has been your amazing moderating host, Sir Harvey Fitz, along with
Lamont. You follow me on ITHL123 on Twitter.
Lamont the Stunt. Nonetheless, it's me, of course, Jamad Kelly. Follow me at Jamad_Kelly. Right now.
like right now because he'll deactivate his account and start all over again. Bye.
See y'all later.
And cue the Wendy Williams music. Dun, 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 dun. Shout it out.
Meanwhile, let's talk about my home screen again. Yay!
Talk about your what?
My
How about you stop this thing and start it over again for the after show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well then y'all prepare for the next link then. Bye.